Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is April, and today I've been seeing this going around BookTube, this whole thing called 10 Before the End. Basically, these are 10 books that I want to get to reading before the end of the year. I'm doing this a little bit different because next year in February, I am going to Romantasycon. So all these books will be Romantasycon authors that I really want to read from before I go. So all of these books are Romantasycon authors. They are all indie romantasy authors. So if you love romantasy and you want something new, maybe check out some of these recommendations. All right, let's get right into my 10. So the first book on my list is Our Immortal Hearts, and this is by Laura Buckheit. This one follows a girl that was raised to be a sacrifice. So she knows she's gonna die. She knows she's gonna die for a very specific reason, and she doesn't want to. Shocking. And then you also follow a young assassin who is tasked to kill the sacrifice. I love those kinds of stories. So of course there's gonna be problems because he doesn't want to kill her and she doesn't want to die. So this sounds a little bit adventurous, but also a little bit messy. And I'm really just very curious about it. The next book is a book I have talked about several times and I still haven't read it. I know, for shame. However, this is The Vampire's Bargain by Jasmine Walt. This story just sounds super cool and I need to read it. I really hope I like it. You're following a character called Katana Nightshade. What a freaking name. She is a notorious witch hunter. However, she is betrayed and locked in a box for 50 years and she thinks nothing but getting vengeance until one day her enemy, a vampire lord, saves her from this box and offers her the chance for her to kill a vampire king, and in return he'll help her get revenge on her coven. This again, like, I love these two opposing sides types of books in fantasy romance and I just need to read this. The next book is A Love Beyond the Stars by Jennifer Chipman. I know this one is not romantasy, it's sci-fi, but Jennifer Chipman has written several other sweet rom-com romantasies as well, so she's still a romantasy author. This particular book is about Aurelia. She has always wanted to be a pilot on a spaceship and she finally does it. She finally gets her dream job, only it's for a man who is the grump of the century. This captain is also captaining his first ship as well, so he just really doesn't want anything to go wrong, and of course he's unexpectedly attracted to his new pilot. This just sounds really sweet and cozy and I love a good sci-fi rom-com, so I really want to read it. The next book is The Secrets of Jane. This is by Charlotte Mallory. I thought this was a pirate book, but it's not. It's more like mercenaries. However, it is a captor-captive type of romance. You have a girl who was taken captive for a reason she doesn't know, and this very brutal mercenary is taking her back to a place she doesn't want to go to. So she's trying to get away and he's trying to make her answer for crimes that she doesn't even know she committed. This one is one that's been on my Everend playlist for a really long time, so I really want to get to it at some point. I think Maggie did read it and she didn't end up liking it. However, we don't always like the same books, so I'm still really curious about it. Also, Romantasycon has a really beautiful special edition of this book that I'm trying to figure out if I want to pre-order or not. So that is why this is on my list of books to read. The next one is The Night Market by Jessica Sundin. This one also, I have the audiobook on Everend, so I really want to get to it. This is about a mortal seer who has to like read cards for a fae raven shifter. Every night he comes to see her and asks her the same question: does my mate love me back? However, one night his fate is changed a little bit, and she sees that he is going to have to marry to save his caravan, and that his mate is going to have to participate in some kind of wedding game. She doesn't know who the mate is. I have a feeling it's her. But this just sounds really cool. I like the whole idea of this night market, this caravan. She's kind of enslaved to do these things, so she's stuck in this caravan. I think it's kind of a cool concept, and I'm really intrigued by it. Also, one of the trope-ish type of things that they have marketing for this is feral for her, and I love a good feral hero. I love it. It's just like, I love that. So yeah, I'm really, oh, also it says grumpy fox familiars. I love a good familiar, and now it's a grumpy fox. Oh my God, give it to me now. The next book I really don't want to know too much about, but I want to read at least one Beck McMaster's book. So I think I'm going to read this one. It's called Promise of Darkness. It's the first book of this Dark Court Rising series. The very beginning of the synopsis says, Princess, Tribute, Sacrifice. Is she the one prophesied to unite two warring Fae courts, or the one bound to destroy them all? This theme is very not unique in romantasy, but I love it every single time. The whole, is she the savior or is she the destroyer type of person? And of course, sometimes it's actually both. So I don't want to know too much about this story going in. It seems like one of those more epic fantasy romance type of books that I usually love. So this one is shorter too, 374 pages. So that's good, because I don't want long books right now. I really don't. The next book I really want to read is The Dagger and the Forbidden Heir. This is by Amelia J. Again, there is a collector's edition of this book up for pre-order, and I want to see if I like this book to see if I want to pre-order it. This book is about two people on opposite sides of a war that has gone on for centuries. First, you have the bastard daughter of a king on one side who is Fae. And then on the other side, you have the commander of the human army who wants to get back at the Fae for terrorizing them for years. He sets a trap for the Fae and he thinks he's going to win, but it ends up that Leah, the Fae bastard princess, and this commander get trapped together in a very dangerous terrain, and I'm assuming they have to work together to get out of it. I again love those type of stories, so I'm really intrigued by this story, and I really hope I like it because the special edition book of this is gorgeous. Oh, another thing that got me about this book is that it is multi-POV, but it has the POV also of the villains. So I really love getting into the villain's head sometimes, and yeah, I miss a good multi-POV. I don't think I've read one in a while, so I'm really hoping I enjoy this. And the next book on my list is Threaded by Tay Rose. This book is set in a world where magic means servitude and being giftless is a blessing. In this book, you follow Mariah, and on her 21st birthday, she's summoned by the queen. She is forced into this world of the court with a lot of politics and cutthroats, and slowly but surely a magic inside of her starts to awaken. I'm guessing it's going to be causing some problems for her. And of course, she's followed constantly by a very grumpy royal guard. And yep, who doesn't love a little bodyguard romance with some court politics? Come on, give it to me. Again, this book has a really pretty edition up for pre-order. And as with many of these books on this list, I really want to know if I like it before I pre-order the book. I really wanted to try a book from Elizabeth Briggs. So I chose this book called Stroke the Flame. For some reason, Stroke the Flame is just so obviously dirty to me, and I just just really wanted to try it, especially since this is a Why Choose book. It's a Why Choose Dragon Shifter book, so need I say more? I just need to try it. Also, this one was under 300 pages, so I feel like I could get through it really quickly. And I just want to know what happens. I don't really need to know more than Why Choose Dragon Shifters, so I'm not going to read anymore. So yeah, that is exactly why this one's on my list, because it's short, it's going to be spicy, and dragon shifters. The next book is The Blood That Binds Us. This one's by Erin Maynard. This one is a reluctant allies romance. And in this one you have a woman that is a blood witch, and she's very fearful of herself and her own powers. And she's realizing that her powers may be the key to ending a war. Of course, you also follow Sin. Is that his name really? Sin? I love it. You also follow Sin, and it's his job to protect this blood witch, even though he also is a little scared of her. And of course, their relationship is a little star-crossed, and they go at some point from hating each other to having a passion for each other. And God knows that I love a good enemies to lovers romance, so that's why this one's on the list here. 400 pages, so not too long, and I really just want to try it. There's many books in the series, so if I like it, I want to see about maybe pre-ordering the whole set in paperback. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I want to pre-order that I'm just unsure about, because I haven't read a lot of these indie authors yet, and I really want to. So there you have it. Those are the 10 indie romance authors that I want to read from before the end of the year, so that way I'm prepared for Romantasycon. A lot of the pre-orders are due in January, so that's why I want to get to these before the end of the year. Let me know if you've read from any of these books, or if there are any authors I really need to get to before Romantasycon happens. Or let me know if you're going, because I know I'm part of the Discord and there's a lot of people going alone. There's going to be a lot of meetups and everything like that. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.